Most traders think that the secret to winning is stacking up indicators, adding the RSI, the MACDs, the Bollinger Bands, the Fibonacci's, and putting all that together. They think that that's the fastest way to make money, but in reality, that's the fastest way to stay confused. I only use one indicator. My charts don't look anything like this. My chart looks like this. It looks clean. It looks simple. It looks ready to go. And as you guys know, in the last month, I've made over $30,000. You guys can see September of 2025 with only 3 winning days. And the simplicity shows. You guys can see the simplicity in the shorts, the simplicity in the longs, and the simplicity in the different markets. Now, by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I use my indicator in the day-to-day day trades, how I've made over 7 figures in the last year. There is a correlation in between having a chart that looks like this and a life that looks like this. Not only working construction, but also losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, as you guys can see right here. A $96,000 loss, a $3,000 loss right here, and a $7,380 loss. All correlated, all connected to having a chart that looks like this. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, the problem with having a chart that looks like this, it'll make you unprofitable, but it's gonna literally keep you in the same loop. And that's what these influencers want you to do, to not know what's going on, to keep you confused. And when I first started, I thought that more was better. The problem is that when one indicator says buy and another says sells, you're paralyzed. You doubt your strategy. And I wasted years chasing information instead of learning how to actually read the markets. Once I stripped it down and I kept it all simple, focused on structure, everything changed. If you cannot explain your strategy, your indicators in under 5 minutes to somebody that's completely new to trading, then you should not be trading that strategy. Because I don't know about you, but all this ATR, Aaron, ADR, another ATR with a different color, a Acuum, a bunch of moving indicators, a volume indicator, all that gonna confuse you. Instead of having something like this clearly show you what's going on in the market. Now, the one indicator I use, the one tool that I trust to build me generational wealth, it's completely free and it's called the 3M structure indicator. And yes, you guys can see it. Custom indicator that I have invested over $30,000 into building. I built this. This is mine. I even have it tatted on my hand right here. Now, the reason I invested over $30,000 of my own money into building this is because I wanted one thing, a framework that tells me exactly where we are in the market cycle, exactly if we are bullish or if we're bearish, and not with just some random rules. No, these are literally rules that I have created myself with my business partner, with my trading partner, with the rules of what we were already doing in the market. This is what I would do with my own eyes, with my own charting, but now it's automated and it automatically shows me the market structure shifts, breakcounts, and the current model that we're in without me second guessing myself. Now, if you guys want to add this to your charts, it's completely free. All you need to do to claim the free access is by checking out the first link in the description of this video, or really of every other video on my YouTube channel. You're gonna sign up to my free course. You don't have to actually watch the videos. I mean, you should. It's completely free and it's literally my step-by-step on how I trade and how I do my analysis every single day. But if you don't want that, that's completely fine. And if you just want the indicator, you still need to sign up. After you sign up, it's gonna take you to my WAP, Raza Trades. Now, inside of the WAP, there's going to be a channel called Indicator Access. You're going to click on it or tap on it, whether if you're on desktop or on your mobile, and it's going to make you add your TradingView username, and then you're just gonna put claim and you should be completely fine. After you've done that, you're gonna go ahead and head over to invite only scripts in your indicator tab inside of TradingView, and it should be right here called what are these lines? How does it actually work? Like I keep saying, I can explain it in under 3 minutes. We have 2 different markets, a bullish market and a bearish market. It's the exact same thing for this indicator. And what it does is show us 3 different things. Number 1 is gonna show you predicted highs and predicted lows the exact same way that I see them. Number 2 is gonna show us these protected highs or protected lows, but in this example, because it's a bullish market, is going to show us protected highs being broken up. Now, after that, is going to show you the new protected lows. Because this is a bullish market, we're going to keep getting protected highs that are higher than the previous ones and protected lows that are higher than previous ones. Now, as soon as you break, we're going to get a new protected low. We get a new break, we're going to get a new protected low, and so on and so forth. Now, number 3, and the most important part out of all this, is going to be that every single time that we get a break, we're going to be put in a different range. As you guys can see here, right here, we would be in this high and this low. And as soon as we get another break, we're from this high to this low. And this right here would be our new range. Now, in this case, this is our new range. In this case, this is our new range. Now, for a bearish example, it's the complete opposite. You guessed it right. It's going to be a market that's creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. And the exact same thing right here. The ranges are going to be breaks to the downside. Now, instead of highs being broken up, we're going to get our new lows being broken up. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And as soon as we get a break, we're inside of a new range. We get another break, we're inside of another range, and so on and so forth. That's how the indicator works. It literally just shows you your ranges, your protected highs, and your protected lows. And if you yourself or your mentor cannot explain how to use the strategy and the indicator under 3 minutes, you should not be using it. That's way too complicated in my opinion. Now, I know that's all fun and game, guys, but how do I actually use it? How do I use it to not only do my top-down analysis to know if the market is going up or down, and also how do I use it to execute in my lower time frames? How do I use it to actually trade and enter the trades every single day? And you know what? I can also explain it in 2 quick steps. Step 1, establishing my daily bias. And if you guys don't know what daily bias means, that just means if you're going to be looking for buys or for sells. That's it. I'm going to use the daily and the 4-hour time frames and make sure that they're both doing the exact same thing. What do I mean by that? I mean that I want both of them to be bullish. So I want the indicator to look exactly like this, creating higher highs and higher lows and breaks to the upside, breaks to the upside. And even if we have a breakdown, I want the latest break to be bullish. And as long as that's happening, my chart on the daily is going to be considered bullish. Now, for the 4-hour, I want it to be doing the exact same thing. Of course, it's not going to look exactly like the daily. It can look something like this. But as long as my last break, my current break is 4-hour time frame is going to be bullish. And if you put them both together and they're both bullish, and for step number 2, guys, we're going to be executing in the exact same time frame, the exact same way every single day using the same indicator. And yes, you guessed it, the exact same way. So right after we do our top-down analysis, we can step down to the 1 minute in this case, which is the time frame that I used to trade. So let's say that we come into the chart and we're breaking down. We're going to wait to stop breaking down, have a breakup, and after said breakup comes back and retest the area, the indicator is going to show us the ranges. So we're going to wait for price to come back to the area. And as soon as we get this retest, I'm going to put my buy stop order, not market, not limit, above the current high. So whatever the high is right now after the retest, that's where I'm going to be putting my order. So wherever the current price is, I'm going to put my stop loss there. And as price goes up and up and up and up, before we get tapped in, I'm going to be adjusting my stop loss right there and then. So that once we get the actual break, I have my stop loss right below the new protected low. Now, enough of the diagrams. Let's get right into the actual chart. And look, no script. What I'm going to show you here is not just like how I enter and everything, how I do my top-down analysis, but I want to show you the power of this indicator. And yeah, you guys are going to be like, oh my God, Raza, but I thought indicators were not the only way to do things, and they're really not. They're not. So you guys can go ahead and get it for completely free, like I told you, and see the exact same things. You can backtest it and see the results for yourselves. You don't need to copy me. You don't need to even keep watching this video if that's the mentality that you have. But if you're liking this video, I'm going to take the time to ask you to subscribe, leave a comment, please, because it actually really helps out the algorithm. I've been trying to do these videos for completely free. I don't charge you a penny to do all this, and just leave a like, and then that's it. And if you want to claim the free course so that we can talk, because I'm in the chats there inside of the WAP for completely free, talking every single day. And you can also learn my full strategy, how I not only do my top-down analysis, and I'm right about the direction of the market 90% of the time, but also how I enter in the 1 minute. Without further ado, as I say, let me show you how I use this not only for my long-term investments, but also on my day-to-day trades, starting with my long-term investments. Let's go back to where bearish for years and years and years. I'm going to show you guys, if you would have bought this the way I did, or if you knew what I know, then you would have known that this was the bottom for Bitcoin. So right here, this whole time, we see how it's breaking down. We keep on breaking down. 4 breaks to the downside, 5 right here, number 6 right here. But guess what, guys? As soon as it starts breaking back up, what happens? Boom, 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 up, 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 up. Now, let me show you this with actual entries. We put our buy right here, stop loss below the protected low, as is shown by the indicator. Here, just here, we would have doubled our money with a 1 to 2, almost a 1 to 2.5. Okay, that's still kind of cute. Who cares, right? So let me keep showing you. And this is in the daily charts. We get a break to the downside right here. The color of this to black. So we get a break to the downside right there. But as soon as we break back up, let's put our entry. What would have happened? Stop loss right here. We don't get stopped out, but off rip is at 2.5. Now, if you would have kept it, depending on how you want to take profit with your investments, this would have been the bottom of Bitcoin right there. And you would have never gotten stopped out. That was your entry would have been at $22,693. How long ago? Almost 2.5 years ago. And look at that. I 1 to 24, so you would have 24 your money. So basically, actually, a 1 to 30. If you guys can see right here, 1 to 30 RR. If you guys don't know what RR means, you can just Google it. But if you would have put $1,000, it would have been worth $30,000 in 2.5 years. Now, if you would have put 100,000, then you do the math. If you would have put 10,000, you do the math. Easy it is, guys. That's how easy it is. And I can show you guys the whole way. It doesn't matter. It's over and over and over. Look at this. Breaking up as soon as we break down right here. Okay, that's fine. We keep breaking down. We get 3 breaks down. What happens as soon as we break up? It keeps on going up, up, up. Yes, we do break back down right here. But as soon as we break up right here, what happens? We shoot up, we shoot up, we shoot up. And let's say that you were trailing and you were putting your stop loss as the breaks happen. Okay, right here you would have gotten stopped out. But then here would have been your new entry. And you would have still ridden the wave from $49,000 all the way to $124,000, which was the all-time high. And over, it happens all the time. It doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's Ethereum. It doesn't matter if it's Tesla. I'm going to show you guys with gold. You guys can see it off rip already. I'm going to show you with physical gold what I just showed you with digital gold. I'm going to show you how the same thing happens with Nvidia and Tesla. And after that, you know what? I'm going to end the video just so you guys see that once you put this indicator with the rules that my eyes have created alongside with my business partner, that you are going to be right about the direction of the market. But here you go. So let's see. I think it was the bottom back in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, or 2023. I've been somewhere here. Yeah. Let me delete all this and let's just do it from here. You see, it breaks up, breaks up, breaks up. It keeps on going. Now here, once again, we get a break to the downside, but as soon as it breaks back up, it keeps on going higher. We're going lower, lower, lower. That's completely fine. Here, this whole time, we would have just waited for months, or I think that would have been weeks waiting right here. But as soon as we get a break to the upside right here, put our entry, and look at this. Look at this. Please just look at it. I'm high. All-time high, boys. Gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Now let's head over to Tesla. Let's go back to Tesla in 2023 and look at it if you were just trading like this. Wait for there to be a breakup. Okay, boom, right there. We're gonna close our trade every time there's a breakdown. That would have been right there at 1 to 5. So 5x in your money. Whatever you would have put in the trade, of course. Now, then again, we go right here. This one would have been a loss. That's completely fine. Now, then again, right here, this one would have also been a loss. That's completely fine. Because at the end of the day, you're going to see in 2 years, you would have at least 10 to 20x your money. Just following the daily. That's it. I'm literally giving you a full system right here. But no, I'm not here to just give you the system. That's not even the purpose of the video or purpose of anything right now. It's just showing you how the indicator works. And that it's not just a normal indicator. This has rules set to it. It's not about your feelings. I didn't feel like this was a breakup or a breakdown. Every single line, everything here is the same thing over and over and over. It's just automated. Instead of me having to put the lines and drawing my protected high and my protected low every single day, every single second that I look at a chart, it's automated. It's automated with set rules that I paid over $30,000 to get it coded the exact same way that it works here and here. Okay, we get another trade right here. This is also a loss. I'm just going to draw it quickly. It doesn't matter because it's a loss. Here, we wait up until there's a breakup. You guys can see there's 3 breaks to the downside. We get a breakup right here. Stop loss at the protected low. And lo and behold, you guys can see it. After 3 or 4 losses, whatever, who cares? We get a 1 to 7, I think this is. 1 to 7.3. So all these losses that we got right here, this loss right here, this loss right here, and another one up here, if I'm not mistaken, do not matter. And once again, right here, we wait, we close the trade for there to be a breakup. We get the break to the upside. We don't get stopped out, even though we get a breakdown right there, and we get a 1 to 3, almost a 1 to 4. Yeah, 1 to 3.99. You guys can see it right there. Now, I showed you this with stocks. I showed you this with crypto, and I showed you it with metals. And guess what? It worked the exact same way. Now, I just want to finish it off with one line. Too many indicators are going to kill your confidence. I only use one. It's called the 3M structure indicator, customized, made, paid by me. It shows me the market structure shifts, the models, the breaks, higher highs, higher lows being created, the highs, the lows being created. But most importantly, it gives me clarity every single trade. Now, if you got the value from this video, hit the like, subscribe, and drop a comment below to learn how to trade structure the way that I do. The link is at the top of the description. It's completely free. And also, if you want the indicator, you're going to have to sign up for that. But without more talking, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.